Pain body is an accumulation of old emotional pain. I never even knew what a pain body was until I read Eckhart Tolle's book. But basically, every strong negative emotion that you've ever experienced in your life that wasn't fully faced, dealt with, and let go of basically formed together in your nervous system as the pain body. And there's nothing you can do about it once it's there. So let's look at it this way. When your pain body goes through certain things and triggers you into some sort of an event that you would have never normally been triggered into, you kind of wonder, why did that happen? Well, I think it's important to understand that your thoughts are not always what you generate. I know everybody wants to be the master of their own universe, and that my thoughts are my thoughts, and I generate all of them. But it's just not the case. So sometimes thoughts pop into your head, and it's totally involuntary. To say I think is like saying I digest or I circulate my own blood. It's not any kind of a crowning achievement to think. It just happens. And a lot of people don't understand how involuntary it really is. So every negative emotion that isn't fully faced, fully dealt with, fully experienced, and then fully released attaches itself to your pain body. So how did we ever know we have a pain body? Well, I think that the important thing here is to be conscious of who you are and that you have a pain body. I'm a man. I was taught from a young age, get over it, bury it down deep and move on with your life. It's not worth thinking about. Well, sometimes it is, because if you just bury it down deep and you don't release it, it just becomes a part of your nervous system. And it's the pain body thrives on negative thinking. It thrives on unhappiness. And, people don't even fully understand that they have a pain body. Let's take a look at a few things. First of all, your pain body has active and dormant stages. When your pain body is dormant, you're fine. Everything's fine. Nothing gets to you. But when your pain body is active, and remember, your pain body needs to be fed. That's the first thing that your consciousness needs to accept. The pain body needs to be fed. And if the pain body, what feeds the pain body? Let's take a look at that. Look at Hollywood, okay? Look at scary movies, things like that. They cater to the pain body. Why do you think you buy a ticket to go see the movie or buy the movie and watch it online? Because you have a pain body that needs to be fed. It might still be dormant, but the pain body needs to be fed. And look at the tabloid news. How pissed off do you get about, whatever the right is doing or the left is doing, and, whatever somebody's doing, and, you get all triggered by it. Well, that's your pain body, man. So in going through these active and dormant stages, it's easy to live a great life when it's dormant. But when it becomes active, when your pain body needs to be fed and becomes active, it's a tough situation because it's bringing up something from the past that was never fully dealt with or faced, and certainly not released or experienced. So when something happens that triggers your pain body, here's what we find in society. Let's say you get with an intimate partner. Everything's good. You rushed into the last relationship, so you don't want to rush into this one. You give it plenty of time, and then all of a sudden, all right, it's been a year. We move in together. We're in love. We're going to cohabitate, and everything's going to be fine because I'm totally in love. And then all of a sudden, that person's pain body gets triggered by something very insignificant. Why? Because it hadn't been fed for a long time. So that trigger is always something very insignificant. And then all of a sudden, that person's unhappiness comes out, and you're sitting there like, who the hell did I get with? This is not the same person. Well, give it some time. Let them process it. Let them figure it out. And the pain body will go dormant again. But you know what? Unless you get to the root cause of what just happened and release that root cause, you're never going to, that pain body's just going to keep coming up. And these are the patterns people see in relationships. And they think, oh, well, I'm just going to, leave this person, find somebody better. Maybe if you got to know that person a little bit better and got to know their pain body and what triggers it, and not take offense to everything that it was just a pain body trigger. Oh, well, I don't want to be with somebody who could be triggered like that. Well, everybody could be triggered like that. Anybody. It doesn't matter how easygoing they are. Look at road rage incidents. You see some poor sap standing in front of a judge going, I don't know what got into me. I've got no criminal record. I've never done this in the past. I just don't know what came over me. Well, something triggered something in your pain body, okay? I would look at deep down within and figure out what in that incident triggered your pain body. Because these people are in court asking for leniency. This has never happened to me. I don't know what got into me. Well, the pain body got into you. And it's been into you, but it just didn't get triggered in the right way. And now you're standing in front of a judge facing criminal charges. But this is how the pain body works. And people don't understand that it doesn't just stay dormant for the rest of your life. Let's talk about collective pain bodies. If you're a part of a family, most people are, you have a family pain body. You don't just have your personal pain body. You have the pain body of your family and everything they've been through generationally. You came into this world with that pain body to deal with, okay? This is why it's time for a new earth, by the way, but that's for a whole other discussion. But think about your race, if you're white in America, you probably have no worries as far as your pain body. But if you're black or you're Hispanic or any other race, you've got a collective pain body that would probably be triggered by a lot of things that are going on right now in the world. So you have to deal with the collective pain body of your entire race. Think about when you go to work, A lot of people remain detached from work. It's just a gig. I go there, I make my money, I get the hell out. You get home, everything's fine. You're fine. You go to work the next day, something triggers your work pain body. And all of a sudden, people are like, I don't understand. I used to love this job, but a bunch of shit happened. We never fully dealt with it. The boss is an asshole, or my coworkers suck. It could be anything. It could be you, if you look within far enough. But you have a collective pain body of your work. And a lot of people don't realize that. Look at world leaders. Their health sucks. You know why? Because they have the pain body of their entire country. Think about everything that's happened in the past. If you're the leader of Russia and, some of the bad shit that's happened in the past. If you're the leader in the Middle East and all the bad shit that's happened there. You have a collective pain body of your people. And right now, with our political situation in the United States of America, everybody's pain body is being triggered. And, some people that were the nicest people in the world that you just have gone off the rails online and, talking about the right or the left or whatever's happening. It's the pain body, man. So we don't just have our own pain body to deal with. We have a collective pain body of just about everything in the world. I don't know what the secret is other than, like I said in Eckhart Tolle's book, You have to experience it. You have to face it. You have to deal with it. And then you have to let it go. Let it go. Get rid of that pain body. Um, one of the requirements to move to the new earth uh, is you have to release everything in this world. You have to forgive everyone, including people that fucked you over in life. Good luck with that. It's not easy. It's what we have to deal with. But the answer is awareness, conscious awareness. Know what's happening. Know why you're being triggered. Know that you can be triggered. Know what triggers you. And figure out from the past what you failed to face and you buried down deep. Good luck.